Peace, love, and joy are sentiments for the season. We all would love to experience them, but due to certain circumstances, it may be difficult. Perhaps there is illness or death, and that experience takes over. One must grieve our losses that we encounter. Today, I want to talk about being stuck in that emotion. Hi, I'm Mary Bourne, traditional naturopath, and I love sharing remedies with people for better health. Natural remedies have been used on people for centuries, even thousands of years. They have stayed with us because they work. Here with me today is my good friend Deb, who unfortunately will be going to Florida soon.
Let me out of here.
She's going to find a joy in Florida.
That's right. Warm those bones.
So moving through grief is a process. There are groups that might be helpful. There are books that are helpful. It is just a process. It takes time. And when tragedy of any sort appears and we have to deal with it, we often feel just getting through it day by day, struggling through the day and trying to make the best of it. We move through, make decisions. Sometimes we make them automatically. We don't even think about them. It's like make the choice and get it over with. And many of us have a tough time letting go and crying, and releasing this pent-up emotion is very important. Crying is really one of the major things that help us move through, and you don't get over, you move through grief. So last week I showed you how to worry by putting thumbs on the chin and fingers on the forehead, and this is a good way to express grief as well. So thumbs on the chin, fingers, all of them touching your face, and then just go through all of the things, how you will miss that person, how it hurts you, your feelings about it, this holiday season being without them, or if you're going through an illness, how you may not have the energy that you need to get through the season. And then trying to be supportive for somebody who is going through difficult times is also really, really good. So I love to use the remedy called Release It. Release It is a flower essence, so it has no smell, and you put it by dropper under your tongue. And if you do this before you do the processing, it will help facilitate this much better. So this is an energy medicine. Release It is a flower essence formula designed for those who feel emotional pain, anguish, or intense grief, and or who suffer from loneliness, insecurity, and overdependence on others. Release It contains 7 flower essences that help people to let go of their emotional burdens and move forward with life. Release It promotes emotional security and independence, inspires hope and faith, and frees a person to find purpose, fulfillment, and joy in loving and giving to others. So one of the flower essences that is in these 7 flower essences is something called Self-Heal. Self-Heal flower essence acts as a catalyst to stimulate a person's inner healing powers and the will to get well. There are some people that for some reason don't believe that their body was designed to heal. I personally, through all of the literature and everything that I've read and all the schooling I've done in the last 45 years, tells me that there is a divine purpose and that we are designed to heal. Just cut yourself and try to stop that from healing. It's impossible. Your body is designed to heal. There's, like I said, 7 flower essences in this remedy. But one of the things that I found really interesting is, let me find it for you here. chrysanthemum, which is the fear of growing old. Letting go and there are a lot of people that all they think about is how they can make themselves look younger and they act younger. They're not comfortable in their own body, and it's okay to want to look and feel good. That's not what I'm talking about. It's people who are obsessed with youth and figure and you know what? We mature. Let's move on. find fun in what you're, the body that you have, and be as healthy as you can. So if you've lost a loved one, you want to remember the good times and the love you shared. You also know that the person who is lost from you is still in your heart. At any time, you can call up a memory and be thankful for that moment that brought you joy. Being grateful is one of the ways that helps you move on. Wishing that person was still here is not productive. We all know this is a logical plane, but feelings are not logical. And even though we know we'd feel better doing or thinking other thoughts and actions, we get stuck in this destructive mode. So the best way to move this energy is with essential oils and flower essence remedies. We can raise our mood, get relaxed or energized just by selecting an essential oil. Citrus oils are very uplifting, whether you choose orange, lemon, mandarin, pink grapefruit, or lime. They can all help to raise your spirits. Using pink grapefruit for lifting your mood has been proven very helpful. I love this. I think if I have a favorite, pink grapefruit is it. It's just so invigorating and refreshing. So you can make a great skin cleanser by taking a spray bottle, like this, and you fill it up to the shoulder with witch hazel, and then you add 5 drops of pink grapefruit essential oil, and you shake it up, close your eyes and spritz it on. Then you take a nice warm washcloth and just kind of pat this, and it is really amazing how beneficial that is to your skin. So try that. It's really a great cleanser. The supplements I talk about in these classes can all be found on my website, bornforhealth.com. Just click on the Herb Encyclopedia and they are listed alphabetically. You can print the pages off, you can share them with others, and you can read them online. The topic in my Herbaligram this week is Freeze Zone. Herbaligram is an electronic newsletter I send out each week, delivered to over 600 subscribers every Monday. If you're interested in getting this free news, you can just email me at drmary@bornforhealth.com, and I'll be sure to send it to you. Just say, deliver me the Monday e-news. The online newsletter can be found in its entirety on my website, again, bornforhealth.com. Just look under the area where it says newsletter, and it'll be right there. So you check out the bar here, and that's where you find Herb Encyclopedia as well. So if you feel stuck or are procrastinating a lot, you're probably in the freeze zone. The area of the vagal nerve response is different than fight or flight. It's basically due to fear of failure. It may happen when you've been criticized too much, whether by someone else or yourself. It may come from being so stressed you're actually in burnout and you cannot make another decision. So the vagus, I want to show you a diagram of what that looks like. You can find this online. It's not a really good explanation, but you can see in the middle is where you have fight or flight, and that's where you're I can do it, and just push through it and all this, and that eventually you go to freeze zone. And in freeze zone, you're in disassociation, numbness, shame. You're in shutdown, hopelessness. You feel trapped. your helplessness, is it, and depression. And so basically you want to make sure that you're moving on from this. This is not a pleasant state of mind, obviously. And if you had your druthers, you'd certainly move on to it. So today I want to show you some of the things that you can move from freeze to joy. So take several deep breaths and list 5 things you're grateful for. So they can be a roof over your head, food to eat. They can be having a loving pet. The sun is shining. Oh, look at the beautiful snow.
You're stretching it now, maybe.
I love snow. I am not a Florida person. So, and if you have enough food to eat, if you have loving people around you, gratitude will help you focus on what is good and right in your life. The next thing is, who could you help today? So helping others is well known to raise your feelings of self-worth and value, and then that raises your level of happiness and joy. So there are lots of ways to help people. Maybe an old person needs something you can do for them. Help out at a homeless shelter. Buy a plant for somebody homebound. There are many things you could do. So just look around you and be aware that maybe you can send a letter to somebody you haven't talked to in a long time. Or if you don't have time to do that, maybe a card. So I know Deb goes to the dollar store and buys a whole bunch of cards, and during the time she's in Florida, sends cards to people. So there's really many things you can do to raise your joy level. You can do a gratitude meditation. Now, this was kind of new to me. I just recently found out about this. And this is where you sit in a comfortable chair or you lie down and you start at your feet. And you say, feet, I'm grateful for you. You take me wherever I want to walk. You do this tirelessly. I count on you all through the day, and I bless you with good health. Then you move to the knees, and you say, knees, you bend. You allow me to get down on my knees. You allow me to do this, bend, and
but not get back up, right?
Yeah, I'm grateful for the fact that you let me get up. And so, there's lots of move through your body until you get to your brain, and you say, thank you, brain. I bless you. I want. Please stay healthy for me. Just do a gratitude of your body and all of the things that you take for granted. Mm-hmm. It isn't until we have an injury that we realize how important different aspects of our body is, even just fingers and having an opposable thumb. If you've ever been without your thumb, you know how important that thing is.
Yeah.
So that's something you can do. So gratitude meditation. Food is very important for healthy thinking. Make sure you're feeding your body with some good healthy food. Try to make it organic whenever possible. Water, always important. Mm-hmm. If you're not drinking enough water, you can have fuzzy thinking. So that's one of the signs of dehydration, is fuzzy thinking. Sleep is really important, and I talked about that. Having deep restorative sleep is when your brain repairs and heals. The glial cells actually shrink while you're sleeping to allow the fluids to flow out and get into the lymphatic system and drain. And if you don't have enough solid sleep through the night, that doesn't happen. Those glial cells never get to shrink and allow cleaner fluid to come in. So it's really important for sleep. I love ashwagandha. I've talked about this product before and how it's really made such a difference. I used to be, maybe about a year ago, it used to be, if I slept through the night, that was really an odd time. I mean, I didn't do it. And now I sleep through the night more often than I don't. And owe it to ashwagandha. I simply just take one in the morning and one at night, and it really helps me sleep soundly. And I remember my dreams. I never used to remember my dreams. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not so good. But I feel that I'm grateful for the ones that are not so good because they're processing old information or whatever. So remember, you can click on my website, bornforhealth.com, and look at an herb encyclopedia if you want to check the herbs that you're taking and find out, why am I taking this? Then you'll know why. So although many people don't think vitamin D is related to stress and being able to handle it better, but the truth of the matter is that when dealing with constant stress, you diminish your vitamin D levels. And vitamin D is really important. It has over 400 processes in the body that need vitamin D to work and function properly. And the way I love to take it is Elderberry Defense. It has vitamin D in it. It keeps my immune system supported and very healthy. And I feel that my ability to spring back at 76 is due to the fact that I'm taking supplements and a good quality supplements. So vitamin D, or elderberry, is well known for supporting the immune system. There are people in Europe that make jams and jellies and wines and all sorts of things. So it really has a blueberry-like berry. It's very dark and it has a wonderful taste to it. You can open the capsules, mix it in oatmeal, applesauce, put it in your smoothie if you don't like to take capsules. So it really is quite tasty. So aside from citrusy scents, look at the scents of the season. There is a great combination of cinnamon leaf, clove, and orange that I love to drip on pine cones, and it makes like a potpourri that smells so nice. And then there's peppermint, which is also indicative of the season, and peppermint can be very motivating. It's a great thing to spritz around when you have a lot of mind tasks to do, some thinking to do. It really it has potential for the brain. Pine needle with lemon are great to use along with a non-scented soap for dishes and cleaning. Hey, Kirk. They are actually deodorizing, sanitizing, and so you can clean those microbes off of your countertop or your stove with some good smelling essential oils. And remember, they're uplifting. So while you clean, you can be uplifting your mood. You can be singing and dancing, and this brings more joy to you. Put some really lively Christmas music on, and just move through your day with grace and love. There is a great remedy for assisting the vagal nerve to activate. Remember, this is the nerve back that exits the skull at the top of the spine, the cervical spine, and then comes down behind the ear and down. And if you use a roll-on with clove and lime, so the roll-on can be filled to almost full of some non-scented massage oil, and then you use 5 drops of lime and 2 drops of clove, and you just rub that behind the ears like this, and that also will help to move you out of freeze into active and joy and having these grateful feelings during the season. So here are some action tips that we like to end our session with. Spend a short time each day in gratitude, whether it is being grateful for others or doing a gratitude meditation of your own body. Take some deep breaths frequently. Remember to engage that diaphragm, and make sure that you're using some beautiful essential oils that are diluted, and you can rub it on your diaphragm for better breathing. Share what you've learned and recommend these videos to your friends so that other people can find solutions that don't harm them or the environment. Keep focusing on gratitude. Be thankful for people and gifts of nature, the flowers, and all the joy around you. And thank you for viewing. Until next week, this is Dr. Mary for the Health of It.